September 22, 2017. Scientists confirm that the age and content of an old sack is in accordance with a medieval myth about St. Francis of Assisi. For more than 700 years, the Friary of Filoni near Montella in Italy has protected and guarded some small fragments of textile. According to the legend, the textile fragments originate from a sack that appeared on the doorstep of the friary in the winter of 1224, containing bread sent from St. Francis of Assisi, who at that time was in France. The bread was allegedly brought to the friary by an angel. Ever since that cold winter's night, the sack has been guarded by the friary, and today the last few remaining fragments are kept as a relic in a well-protected shrine. In line with the legend, a Danish Italianate team of researchers led by Associate Professor Carl Lund Rasmussen from University of Southern Denmark has had the opportunity to conduct scientific studies of the alleged bread sack fragments. Their study is published in the journal Radiocarbon. C14 analysis revealed that the textile can be dated to 12,201,295. The age is in line with the legend, says Carl Lund Rasmussen, a chemist and specialized in archaeochemical analyses. There was probably bread in this sack. The researchers also looked for traces of bread in the textile. They did this by looking for ergosterol, a sterol for the fungal kingdom, and encountered in several types of mold. Ergosterol can be a potential biomarker for brewing, baking, or agriculture. Our studies show that there was probably bread in the sack. We don't know when, but it seems unlikely that it was after 1732, where the sack fragments were immured in order to protect them. It is more likely that bread was in contact with the textile in the 300 years before 1732, a period where the textile was used as altar cloth. Or maybe it was indeed on the cold winter's night in 1224. It is possible, says Rasmussen. Scientific measurements cannot prove a legend or belief. What they can do is either to authenticate the object or show accordance between the physical-chemical evidence and the legend, say the researchers in their paper, published in the journal Radiocarbon. Belief versus science. The researchers have not addressed the issue of how the bread sack ended up on the doorstep of the friary. This is maybe more a question of belief than science, says Rasmussen. The bread sack. According to legend, the bread sack miraculously appeared on the doorstep of the friary in 1224. For 300 years it was used as an altar cloth. During this time, pieces were cut off and given to the other religious institutions in Italy. After an earthquake in 1732, a new friary was built, and the remaining sack fragments were immured. In 1807, the fragments were moved to the main church, Santa Maria del Piano. In 1817, half of the textile was returned to the friary. In 1999, the remaining half returned. Today, the fragments of the textile are kept in a reliquary. And Carl Lund Rasmussen is a chemist. He often uses his expertise for solving archaeological mysteries. He has been involved in investigating the Dead Sea Scrolls, the death of Renaissance astronomer and alchemist Tycho Brahe, and skeletons from cemeteries in Denmark, Germany, and Italy. University of Southern Denmark. We have handpicked the best science podcasts for 2017. Sit back and enjoy new science podcasts updated daily from your favorite science news services and scientists. Now playing Radiolab. Oliver Sipple. One morning, Oliver Sipple went out for a walk. A couple hours later, to his own surprise, he saved the life of the President of the United States. But in the days that followed, Sippel's split-second act of heroism turned into a rationale for making his personal life into political opportunity. What happens next makes us wonder what a moment, or a movement, or a whole society can demand of one person. And how much is too much? Your browser does not support the audio element. Now playing TED Radio. Our future consequences. From data collection to gene editing to AI, what we once considered science fiction is now becoming reality. This hour, TED speakers explore the future consequences of our present actions. Guests include designer Anab Jain, futurist Juan Enriquez, biologist Paul Knopfler, and neuroscientist and philosopher Sam Harris. Your browser does not support the audio element.